Fishing. In 2000, fishing accounted for about 28.8% GDP. Deep inside the Seychelles water lie abundant species and fishes of all kinds. The country earns huge dollar from licensing fees paid by fishing trawlers in our territorial waters. Also, big corporations such as Hens has invested in Seychelles tuna canning.
Hello and welcome to the News on NTA International. I am Vivian Ezadivi. Let's begin with the headlines.
Play. Read.
President Tinubu meets Nigerians in Brazil, expresses conviction that his administration's commitment to positive transformation will fortify Nigerians' position in Africa.
Read.
Pope Leo XIV calls for release of all hostages and a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, joins Christian leaders in condemning escalating humanitarian crisis.
Read.
Plus, Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation meets with union leaders from MDAs to dialogue on issues of productivity and welfare.
Coming to you. You're on air.
President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after his visit to Japan and Brazil. The presidential flight 001 landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport at 20 minutes past 1 Thursday morning. Also returning with President Speaker House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, Deputy President of the Senate Barrow Jibril, governors of Kaduna and Plateau states. He was received by a delegation which included FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum, Abdul Rahman Abdulrazak, between both countries.
Coming to you. You're on air.
While in Brazil, President Bola Tinubu expressed conviction that his administration's commitments to positive transformation will fortify Nigeria's position at the forefront of African nations for the pride of the citizenry. The president was addressing Nigerians in Brazil as part of his engagements on the margins of the state visits to the South American country. State House correspondent Musba Nwahab reports.
Play.
President Bola Tinubu is keeping to the tradition, bonding with Nigerians in the diaspora and instilling sense of belonging. Here, representatives of Nigerians in Brazil, they are part of the immediate beneficiaries of a just rejuvenated Nigeria-Brazil relations. Amongst this cross-section are scholars and entrepreneurs making Nigeria proud in Brazil. Home and abroad to ensure success and sustainability of the government's reforms.
Stand by.
In Brasilia, Musba and Wahab, NTA News.
You're on air.
During the visit, President Bola Tinubu and his Brazilian counterpart Luis Inácio Lula da Silva have directed immediate implementation of their existing bilateral agreements between the two countries on defense cooperation. The two leaders during their bilateral meeting in Brasilia emphasized on the importance of the agreements signed in Abuja 2 months ago. Following that, defense ministers of both countries are following up with discussion on the constitution of a technical committee, which will institute the monitoring and evaluation mechanism to achieve the objectives of the collaboration.
Truck up.
Well, majorly is on exchanges, training, together to make sure that that channel is secured.
Coming to you. You're on air.
Meanwhile, top government functionaries led by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Safety, Festus Kiamu, were on board the maiden commercial flight from Brazil to Nigeria that landed at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport following the recent visit of President Bola Tinubu to Brazil. The significant visit is yielding positive fruits, as seen with resuscitation and strengthening of bilateral relations between both countries. Addressing journalists, both Ministers of Information and National Orientation and the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Safety say this landmark achievement for economic prosperity that will boost economic growth, while commending President Tinubu for the successful trade deals beneficial to both countries.
Truck up.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Brazil. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his wisdom, has decided to open up our economic relations, diplomatic relations, trade relations again with Brazil. That this is not only a connection between Nigeria and Brazil. It's a connection between Nigeria and the entire South America. Why do I say so? Because from Brazil, you can then interline to any part of South America and the Caribbean too.